Today I wanted to update people on something that is, it gives people a lot of frustration when they have a workers' compensation claim, because sometimes there is some negligence done by either a coworker or the employer based on the working environment. It could be maybe a machine is not working correctly. And people ask me, well, why can't I sue my employer? Because they were negligent. So under the law, the workers' compensation law, you cannot sue your employer for an on-the-job injury. There has to be negligence of an outside party. So that means that if there was, say, a machine you were operating and it was not working correctly, there may be what we call a third-party claim, meaning a claim against that machine manufacturer. You'd have to file that separately than your workers' compensation claim. However, sometimes it's really challenging to prove. That's why I always tell people, aside from the workers' compensation attorney, you do have to speak with an attorney that specializes in that area. Because with, say, manufacturing defects on a machine, if it has been altered in any way by the employer, then you might not have a viable claim. That being said, you must always consult with that kind of attorney to see what your options are. If there is negligence strictly from the employer or a coworker, as frustrating as it is, you cannot have a private lawsuit. Workers' compensation, the law was set up to cover you for lost wages and medical treatment for those kind of injuries. So there is a lot of frustration. I'm saying that word because people are upset. There's things that happen in the workplace. It could be a carpet that, is shredding and people are tripping over and it's not fixed. And then, of course, it may get fixed when a person trips over it and gets hurt. The main takeaway is whenever you're uncertain about that in terms of liability and whether there's another party possibly involved, you should consult with a personal injury attorney, and we can certainly help you find an attorney to meet your needs in that area.